What if you suddenly woke up to find $6,710 in your bank account and it wasn't a mistake? That's exactly what's happening for thousands of Social Security recipients right now. And here's the twist. If you haven't received yours yet, the final round is being processed this month, and you still might qualify. But there's a strict cutoff, and a lot of people are missing it because they simply don't know they're eligible. This isn't just about a check. It's about a rare moment of justice, where the government is actually fixing an unfair rule and paying people back what they were wrongly denied. So who qualifies? How much could you get? And how can you make sure you don't miss out? Stay with me. The Social Security Administration is now wrapping up one of the largest retroactive payouts in its history. These payments aren't part of your regular monthly benefit. They're extra, owed to people whose benefits were reduced under two now abolished rules: the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. For decades, these policies reduced Social Security checks for people who worked in jobs that didn't pay into Social Security, like teachers, police officers, postal workers, even if they also qualified for retirement benefits through other work. It was widely viewed as double punishment. Now, after years of pressure, those rules were finally repealed, and millions of people are getting the money back retroactively. That word, retroactively, is the key here. We're not talking about small adjustments going forward. We're talking about lump sum payments that cover years of past underpayment. On average, affected recipients are receiving $6,710, with some getting more depending on how long they were shortchanged. And if you're one of the last in line, your money could be arriving this June. The Social Security Administration has confirmed that all remaining retroactive payments will be completed this month. If you've been waiting, this is the final push. Now let's go deeper. How do you know if you qualify? Here's what matters. If you worked a job that did not pay into Social Security, like some state or local government jobs, and you also qualified for Social Security through other work, the WEP or GPO likely reduced your benefits. If that happened, and you're already receiving Social Security, you may be owed money. If your monthly check ever seemed smaller than expected despite your full work history, this might explain why. To confirm, you can look back at your annual Social Security statements or contact SSA and ask whether WEP or GPO applied to your benefit calculation. Over 3.2 million Americans were affected by these offsets. So far, about 2.3 million have already received retroactive checks since payments began in late February. The remaining million are expected to be fully paid by the end of June. These final disbursements are being prioritized and manually processed by SSA, even if that means slowing down other parts of the agency. Application approvals and appeals are currently delayed so that these payments can be completed on time. Now, if you're wondering, why is this just happening now? It's because the law that triggered these repayments, known as the Social Security Fairness Act, was passed earlier this year. After years of delays and rejections in Congress, the legislation finally gained enough bipartisan support. It officially repealed both WEP and GPO, declared the reductions unfair, and ordered the Social Security Administration to begin retroactive compensation. This is not a stimulus or one-time program. It's a permanent correction of a flawed formula, and the payments are designed to restore what people were wrongly denied in the past. This creates a massive shift. It's rare to see the federal government admit a mistake, let alone pay billions to fix it. But that's exactly what's happening here. The total amount already paid exceeds $15 billion, and the final round will push it even higher. But it also sets a powerful precedent. If Social Security can be reformed like this, what else is on the table? Could we see more changes to cost of living formulas? Could outdated asset limits in SSI be raised next? Could benefit clawbacks be reversed? This isn't just about this payment, it's about a door opening for other reforms that beneficiaries have long pushed for. But there's still one more twist, and it's one that's catching people off guard. Some recipients are seeing partial payments first, followed by a second adjustment weeks later. That's because not all cases are straightforward. If your employment history includes mixed sources of income, or if there's incomplete data from state pension systems, SSA may issue an initial payment based on available records and a second adjustment after full verification. So if your deposit is smaller than expected, don't panic yet. A follow-up may be coming. You can check the breakdown in your My Social Security account, which will show how the payment amount was calculated. Now here's what you need to do right now if you believe you might qualify. First, Log into your SSA account and review your benefit calculation. Look for any WEP or GPO notations. If those appear and your benefits were reduced because of them, you're likely eligible. Second, confirm that your banking information is current. These retroactive checks are being direct deposited into the same account as your regular monthly benefits. If you recently changed accounts, make sure SSA has your updated info. Delays in payment are often caused by outdated routing or account numbers. Also, keep an eye on your mail. If SSA needs additional verification from you, such as pension documentation, they'll send a notice. Respond quickly. The sooner they receive your records, the sooner they can finalize your payment. Time is short, and the June deadline is rapidly approaching. Even if you don't qualify, this still matters. It shows that collective pressure works. These rule changes didn't happen by accident. They happened because retirees organized, petitioned, testified, and kept the issue alive through years of inaction. And now we're seeing results. It's a powerful reminder. When people fight for fairness, even entrenched systems like Social Security can be changed. There's another ripple effect, too. Lawmakers are now looking more seriously at other Social Security reforms, including a proposal to ensure minimum benefits rise with inflation, not just the overall COLA. There's also renewed interest in fixing clawback rules for overpayments and reforming how disability reviews are handled. The success of this repeal shows there's momentum, and more pressure is building to carry that forward. Let's dive a little deeper into the windfall elimination provision, WEP, and government pension offset, GPO, since they cause a lot of confusion and affect many people's Social Security benefits. WEP reduces the Social Security retirement or disability benefits for people who also receive a pension from a job where they didn't pay Social Security taxes, such as certain government jobs or some teaching positions. This reduction can be significant, sometimes hundreds of dollars less per month. The formula that calculates your benefit is adjusted to account for the pension you receive, so your Social Security benefit is lower than it otherwise would be. The government pension offset, GPO, on the other hand, applies mostly to spousal or survivor benefits. If you receive a government pension from work not covered by Social Security, your spousal or survivor benefits may be reduced by 2/3 of the amount of that pension. For example, if your government pension is $900 per month, your spousal benefits might be cut by $600. The Social Security Fairness Act, if passed, would repeal both WEP and GPO, restoring full Social Security benefits to those affected. However, this legislation has faced challenges in Congress for years and has not yet become law. It's important to track its progress because it could significantly impact many retirees who have government pensions. But before we close, here's one last thing. Don't assume you weren't affected just because you've been receiving your check quietly. Many retirees didn't even realize WEP or GPO were applied to their